opposite of the right answer?
Because suddenly we're working on Jetson Kappa's notes.
Correct. We're working on Gyaltsab J's notes to Jason Kappa's teaching on the 60 verses. Does anybody remember what that's called?
Oh, that's good. That's enough.
Or any version of it? Oh, hey, Tim. Can Tim hear me?
He can.
Yes.
Tim, can you promote Fearless Sage and make sure all of the Fearless Sages have the rights to record, please?
It's been fearlessly completed.
It's very fearless of you.
Rikpa Drukchupe Sintri J Sun Fin Gyaltsab J Kupa.
Wow.
Nice. Yes, that's it. Nailed it. Who wrote it?
The Dharma Lord Gyaltsab J.
Good. Based on a teaching by who?
I'm trying to turn it up, Tim.
Some fellow, I think, named Jason Kappa.
Good. All right. Notes to the 60 verses on reasoning, as taught by the Lord, set forth by Gyaltsab, the Lord of the Dharma. This is my provisional translation to the title of this book. Again, by the way, I have 3 scans for this. It's just taking a while to load. Yeah. So we can I can have it re-input. It's short, so
It's because there's some weird things, I don't know what's going on.
okay. I'll get you the other scans. I just have to get to faster internet, or it's going to take a little time for me to
Tim?
transfer.
Okay.
There's the authors and the dates. Next, Tibetan for set forth.
Hey, Tim, did you go to the end of the text and make sure he didn't have a sexy title down there?
I didn't.
Ah.
That's a good point. But this time he actually gave a title at the beginning, but you're right. I will double check imminently.
Whatever your
I
name
guess
is.
that's something that I'll do from now on, especially with Gyaltsab J.
Kupa.
Nice. Good. Thank you for sticking with the quiz, Mupala, while the rest of us descend into other dialogue. Please name the 3 parts of the 60 verses on reasoning according to Jason Kappa. I try to, if you can remember, how did he state them? I'm closing the door.
Now you're asking a lot.
Yeah, I like to ask a lot.
No, we're on the reason for the obeisance, but I'm in trouble.
Obesity?
That's right. The reason for his obesity.
That's funny. We are talking about that, but that's I don't. That's not how he listed the.
Okay.
Part of what you said is right. Anybody else want to take a shot at it?
The offering of praise.
Mm-hmm.
Which came before the composition of the work.
Mm-hmm. That's the first part.
Which was promised.
Mm-hmm. The second part is Chinzom.
Which was promised.
The actual text, which was promised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's the third part?
Dedication.
Yeah, good.
I got 2. Dedication.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. The dedication of the virtue to enlightenment, it specifies. Jangchula. Tibetan for before, because they said, for the first part, he said the offering of praise before the actual composition. Does anybody remember the word for before?
Nama? More?
Close.
Yeah. Just guesses.
It was a different way. I didn't.
Mundro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
sure.
Yeah. And Joe.
No.
Why, according to J. Rinpoche, did Arya Nagarjuna compose a praise to Lord Buddha?
It's awful quiet out.
Tim, where's the crickets? Where's the crickets when we need them?
Because Lord Buddha rejected that things start or stop from their own side.
Yeah.
And he taught that things start independent.
Good. Things occur independence, I believe is.
Occur independence.
That was
And,
perfect. That was
and the
perfect.
Buddha did not rely on anybody else.
Nice. yeah. So I'm playing with, based on what Geshe Michael was saying, the translation through his own innovation for Rangwang here. We'll see if it works. Tibetan for reject.
Mm.
Utpal is giving someone else a chance to answer. Thank you.
I've been trying to do that all along.
I'm just thanking you publicly.
India.
Gibson says Turpa. Oh, Turpa, sorry.
That's actually, I think that's pray. Oh, that's debate.
Pong.
Appa.
Yeah, good. Pong in this case.
Cool.
Hey.
Spangle. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share I did some attempts at translation. I'll share.
When? In the car?
No, I did it today or last night when you guys were all sleeping, maybe.
Did you say at the bar?
No, he didn't say that. He said in the car.
That's better.
I didn't
So
know you had a
the-
bar in the car.
Could you make that a little bigger, Nick, for those with small monitors?
Yeah. I think we got this far. And I think we covered this verse. And then I covered a few. Do you want to try to work through them off my copy together? Or do you want to stop at?
I'm happy. I'm happy to. Can you make them bigger?
Yeah. Is that big enough?
I mean, it's okay. It could be nicer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Oh, okay. It was just taking time to catch up. I had it.
Great.
My internet might be slow.
Okay, hang on.
Should I try to make it even bigger?
This is good, I think.
It'll go off the screen, I think, if you do.
Oh, okay.
Did we do the section starting with Sangye before?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah, that's. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. No,
I
you
didn't-
might be
I don't
right.
have it
Maybe
in
you
my
did-
notes, yeah.
Okay, if you don't have it in your notes, I'm going to trust your notes more than my feeble mind.
Nah.
No, trust me. In this case, anyway. I'm getting old.
Mm, hang on.
Yeah, and I was just kind of experimenting a little bit here. I know I think I went out on a limb a little bit, and I didn't review this one because I thought that we had covered it already, and I didn't think we were going to be checking it.
It's a good translation. I like it.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll try
good.
to- We call him the Lord of the Able Winds.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I like it.
Okay,
It's acceptable.
I'll take acceptable.
Not an easy sentence.
Yeah, I think this whole thing was a little bit tricky.
Yeah, he seems to like to put obstacles up in the front of his books.
All right, here's the next one.
I need to see the Tibetan. Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Wait, yeah. Did I go too far? Hold on. Oh yeah, no, okay. Sorry.
Hachang Tela.
I think Selwa is normally the second part of a Tengur.
That's what I wasn't sure about. Okay.
So I think he's trying to say Dukticha.
Should I call it the clarification?
The assertion, really. The assertion about him, yeah.
Okay.
It means same Buddha and same assertion that he why he's called the Lord of the Able Ones, right?
Mhm.
Okay, take the Buddha. We call him the Lord of the Able Ones because
'Cause
and he gives you 3 or 4 takes on the reason. You probably noticed that, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yeah.
And so
I,
kind of,
I was drawing a blank at Selwa for some reason.
yeah, it was your job to figure out why did Gyaltsab J, he's got 60 verses to go. He's only has 11 pages, and he's rehashing the same reason 3 or 4 times at the beginning, right? So there's a subtle difference between the Selwa each time. I'm sorry, between the reasons, okay?
Reason. Right.
And I was going to challenge you to state the differences between the reasons because they seem to be almost the same thing, right?
Yes. You didn't, I don't remember you mentioning me that challenge yet. Maybe you were going to give it to me today.
Yeah, I was going to give it to you right now, actually.
Oh, right on. Okay, cool.
But it would take too long. I think it would take too long. But I challenge you when you get home, think about it. It looks like Tsongkhapa was starting his lecture and he said, there's 3-4 ways you could take this first statement. And that's probably why he never finished the lecture. He was giving you 3 or 4 versions of the first verse. Yeah, and there's a subtle difference between these first verses, right? Before these versions of the first verse, like this one doesn't seem to differ much from the last one.
Yeah, I don't see the difference. It seems like he's just trying to like get more specific or something, but I don't even quite get how he's doing that. But
yeah,
I figured maybe it'll make more sense after several more verses.
But I'll take you back to excuse me for eating while I'm teaching, it's just so good. I'll take you back to the purpose of this book. In which turning of the wheel did Buddha mainly teach Tenjo?
Oh, I guess the first turning of the wheel.
Yeah. And so don't forget, this book was written for people who think that the first turning of the wheel was the real one.
Yep.
Okay. And then in his opening lines, Nagarjuna says, what makes the Buddha special is he taught the first turning of the wheel from the point of view of the second. It's almost like he's poking those guys with a pen or something.
Yeah. He's buttering them up. He's
So the important thing here is that I think Tsongkhapa is anticipating that the other guys won't like this Rangshinki Kenga Mappa,
Yeah, right. I see what you're saying.
So Tsongkhapa starts out the lecture saying, oh, Buddha's amazing. Tube Wangbo, he's the best Buddha of all the Buddhists because he taught dependent origination. And then all his audience is going, yeah, you're right. And then he said, and because he taught that you could prove everything didn't exist with any nature of its own. And then everybody's like, what? And then I think here he's rubbing it in, Yeah, the tsul he used, I believe the word tsul is not in the first paragraph.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think tsul is one of the only words that he changed for the second time he repeated it. And he said, this is the way. This is a cool way. He didn't just teach dependent origination. He taught it in such a way that he also proved that nothing started or stopped on its own, right? And the whole point of the wheel is to discuss starting and stopping, right? Okay. I like your translation. Let's go to the third one. Let's go to the next paragraph. Yep. Now, what new word did he introduce here? Because the rest is pretty much the same.
I know. Che, a lot of che.
Good. We had it somewhere this morning, right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Who gave it to us this morning? Yeah. My Hey, cuckoo. Hi, cuckoo. Oh, my boy has his suit on today. Okay. Chene chepe. Yeah, so now instead of saying sul, he just adds the word che, and he cut off that idea. He
Mm,
cut off the idea that dependent origination could involve a starting and a stopping, which comes through some nature of its own, right?
yeah. And then he refers to dependence as being cut. Right?
Uh, mm,
Where is it? I'm
no,
trying.
a dependence. It just means a dependence where the dependence. Well, it's actually now it's the stages of dependence, right?
I was playing with it. I kept moving it around because I wasn't quite making sense of it, I guess. Oh, Chene, chepe, tendril. Oh, I guess I was interpreting chepe tendril as a dependence, which is cut off.
No, that has an owl. The second chain is explained.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one?
Yeah, that's explained. The first chain is cut off. Yeah.
Okay. So then this one's also explained?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this chepa means I'm going to tell more about it later.
Yeah, right. Below, I said below we will see the reasoning that instead of puts a stop to it, I'll say explains it.
Yeah, so just say we're going to explain this. We're going to explain the reasoning below. Okay. And that, yeah, the rest is good. The rest is good. Yay, Nick. I can eat popcorn because you're doing all the work. Okay, next paragraph.
Then it gets easier.
Yep, perfect. Next paragraph. What's Tadel?
I guess dependence,
Probably, yeah.
but it's not there. I probably wouldn't write that, right?
I would just look ahead because you got to fill in this first two are going to be the day. We don't know what it is, right? I'm sorry.
Depend extremes, the free of extremes.
Yeah, the day in the day talk means the freedom.
The wisdom that realizes it. I mean, I was just thinking the wisdom that realizes freedom from extreme views, but because I was trying to keep the vagueness that it has.
Yeah. I challenge you. The second part, the third part, Sipa le Dui Lam de Temba. He's teaching. He's saying, "I'll show you why that is the Sipa le Dui Lam." You see what I mean? I'll show you
why the wisdom which realizes it.
Yeah, and then I'll show you why that wisdom is the path.
So instead of instruction, it's a demonstration.
Yeah, I'll show you why Lam Du is Dini grammar case, right? That wisdom is the path.
That is the path.
Yeah. And the rest is perfect. Okay, yay.
Cool.
I would give you a bowl of popcorn, but I'm eating it for you because that's what has to happen on Zoom. Okay.
Thank you.
The first part consists of Tenel Sama. Nice. Second one is nice. Perfect. Yay. This is getting boring, Nick. Try to make a mistake.
I try. Oh, that's it. Then I just got lots of words, piles of. So you guys went playing back.
It just means you went faster than we expected.
I went. Well, I just went to where that was because it seemed like a logical place to stop, and then I had to call Ben to talk about other stuff.
I think I went on, so I'm going to switch over to my text. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Good job. I know you had a lot of pressure this week, and you did a good job.
It's been a hard few days, but I'm pulling out of it. I think we're going to be all right.
Well, thank you for working so hard, even in a hard time. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So I challenge you, in your bathroom time when Amelie's outside. I challenge you to get it clear in your own head how those first three versions of the same sentence are different. Mhm.
Okay.
Very odd that when he's pressed for space, Gyaltsab J would repeat the same verse 3 times. It's weird.
Yeah.
So it means he's trying to coax somebody along. He's introducing one new idea each time. And I challenge you to try to follow his Tsongkhapa's logic.
Well,
Okay.
that just made me think of something kind of cool. I don't know if this would relate in terms of how we translate it, but he even says in the third of those 3, the Buddha is so innovative because he did it in stages.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So maybe those are the stages. I don't know.
And when you're talking about Tendril, the word stages is very pregnant with meaning.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
As we saw from Master Gang's text.
Pregnant with meaning is also pregnant with meaning related to Tendril.
Oh, yeah.
Can I ask you a quick question about how I was trying to translate it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you go so far to say? Would you go so far as to say through his own innovation or through his own innovative methods for Rangwang? Do you think that's stretching Rangwang too much?
I think you're inserting the idea Shingde Sowa too early or too artificially. What it means without depending on any teacher before him in this world, and the definition always says in this world. So it's really original or on his own without the Shingde Solje Shengi Jason Madawar means without depending on any other innovator. Okay. It's like somebody came up with a totally new cell phone, but it did not rely on previous, did not stand on the shoulders of giants. Yeah.
Thank you, Geshe. It's really helpful to talk little things like that through with you in class.
Yeah.
So because it's we nuts are more likely to catch like where's the line of,
Yeah, Rangwang as opposed to Shingde Shoje Shengi Jesu Drangwa, following another innovator. Yeah.
Okay.
So gotta mean on his own. It has to mean on his own, really. Came up with that on his own. In this world, in recent millions of years, he's pretty much the first one.
Cool.
Okay, where are we? Where did we reach?
Can you scroll down a tiny bit?
Mm-hmm.
Other
Is
way,
it Nipa?
other way, I think. Oh.
No more.
Which way?
Down.
Maybe I was wrong. Yang Chuchen. Oh yeah, keep going. Dangpala Sum, Tajo de
I have a feeling it's Nipa.
Nipala.
Yeah, Nipala. That's where it will be.
You sure?
Nope.
Nope. That's not it.
Dangponi
Keep
Gangsak.
going.
Dangponi Gangsak Sok.
It's after you
Oh,
say
okay.
term 4. There you go.
There, yeah.
Okay, he never says Kongsak in the whole root text. Nagarjuna never uses the word Kongsak. I take it to be the Gangi, okay?
Must be.
Yeah.
Now,
Kangbashi means what?
The fourth line of the verse.
The four line.
The four
Yeah,
lines.
so-
Right. Yeah, the verse.
So when Gyaltsab J is quoting Tsongkhapa lecturing about the 60 verses, he'll say the first one or two syllables of the verse, and then he'll tell you how many lines he's talking about.
Okay.
In the Tibetan, by the way.
Of course. Yeah.
So he says the 4 lines starting with Kong Sak.
Okay.
And there's no 4 lines that start with Kong Sak. So I think this carving is suspect. And
Okay.
I look forward to your new carving. Okay.
Okay.
There's some weird accidents in this carving. So
I just downloaded 3, so I'll upload them to. Again, do you regularly access the Mixed Nuts Dropbox SCIM translation program materials? Where we have.
never. I put it all on my computer and I ignore your Dropbox.
Okay. I'll put it into.
Because then I can work in the car and stuff like that. You know.
I'll talk to you about Dropbox some other time. But yes, cool. Okay.
I actually put it on my computer. Yeah.
Well, Dropbox does put it on your computer. That's all.
Oh
Which is
no, I turned that off a long time ago. I don't want 10 billion bits of data.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, please read.
Konare.
Upala wants to.
Why you want to do that, Upala? All right. Konare. Puma kepa te bukepe tradun tumi tepatar. Rangshin ki makepa de Tendra ki chatun tungalo shena.
Lovely.
It kind of
So-
sounds like Vakbandu, you know.
Uh-oh. Mhm.
Go ahead.
Konare.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to give you one clue, okay?
Mhm.
Dradun was the example we had for Yule the other day. That's a tough clue. Okay.
Oh. Okay. Trajan was the example we had. Yeah. Well, it's
It
the
means,
sound. What?
it means what's the word is referring to. Dradun,
Oh.
this
Right.
dra-
In
Yeah.
my
Means what the-
text, yeah.
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 I remember now.
Now he says a funny thing. He says, the other guy says, what?
Somebody might say, "Buma, a woman."
The
And-
Dradun of Puma Kepa is Puke. I'm sorry. Puke's Dradun is Pumake.
Oh, interesting. The referent of
Good.
the word man.
No, the whole phrase. Puke, the expression Pukepa, okay?
Right. There.
That it's-
What the expression Pukepa isn't Pukepa a man?
No, this is a verb. Kepa is a verb here.
Oh, to be born.
Yeah, a child was born.
Uh-huh.
Pukepa. Okay.
Oh, okay. The expression "a child was born" can refer to a woman.
No, this is the negative. Makepa.
Oh, doesn't. Okay, I'm totally lost. Now I got you.
Okay, pull it together and tell me what this says.
It's incorrect
Good.
because the expression "a child was born" does not refer to anything starting or anything being born.
No, it's more radical than that. He's saying, isn't it weird, Tsongkhapa or Nagarjuna?
Refers
That
to a
the-
child that wasn't born.
Isn't it weird that the expression "a child was born" should refer to the idea Pumake?
Of a child not being born.
Yeah, that's nice, Nagarjuna. I get it. So when somebody tells you a child was born this morning, you're supposed to understand a child wasn't born. I understand. Yeah, that's great. You know
Okay.
that the expression "a child was born" is should refer to the idea that Pumake.
A child wasn't born.
Yeah, that's really messed up, Nagarjuna.
Mhm.
Yeah. The thing that "a child was born" quote refers to is the non-birth of a child. Yeah, okay, great. Mite. The other guy says,
Yeah.
Mite.
That's not correct.
That's yeah. Just so, okay. to say that the word tendel refers to Rangshiki Makepa is
That
also
thing-
really,
Yeah. It's contradictory to say that dependence or refers to things
Good.
not starting through some nature
Yeah.
of their own. Through
yeah, good. Yeah. Oh, that's great. I say a child was born, and you interpret it as a child wasn't born. I say things are born through dependence, and you say, oh, they weren't born at all. Yeah, it's great.
He included Rangshin Ki.
Yeah, he did. That's what I said at all. But
Oh.
anyway,
Oh,
okay. But you can say by nature or through some nature of their own.
Mhm.
So so the other guy is definitely Hinayana.
yeah,
but he's-
or not Buddhist at all.
Yeah, but he's sharp and he's funny. It just sounds like Ben Kramer's former life or something. All right.
Ben Kramer's
Sharp.
former life made it into my book.
Okay. Please go ahead, and that self himself is going to check you.
Okay. Te kona nima tokpe chipala te gawar tokna ni ngeldu chuk ko chakla mi nete te kona ni sikpe lola tuna nimirite.
Good. This is a little difficult, but okay. I could agree that it's a contradictory that the child was born should refer to the child wasn't born. And I can agree that it should be contradictory to say things started through dependence, but they didn't start really. Okay, I agree it seems like a contradiction, but to whom? Relative to who? La means relative to who? Who are we talking about? To who is it? Who does it seem a contradiction?
2-year-olds who have not yet realized suchness.
Yeah, and then he took the S off the tok.
If you think like, yeah, if they think it's contradictory,
Yeah, those guys. Chuk means allow. Gel the chuk. Yeah, you could say that. It's contradictory. Yeah,
oh,
it's contradictory to say that a child was born refers to a child wasn't born, but only for someone who's really messed up in their head. You could say Yeah, us, Kowachak, us guys, Mina, you're not nipping us.
Yeah, you're not damaging the way that we think about it.
Yeah, relative to a person who Lola, who seek konani, dekonini.
Yeah, it's not correct. Your contradiction is incorrect.
Great, yeah. Your contradiction is incorrect relative to a person who has a mind which what?
Saw emptiness, saw suchness.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I agree. It would be a contradiction for an idiot, but it doesn't touch us, man. Okay.
Interesting.
I like it. It's maybe he would. You know how the person taking the notes often infects the
Yes.
lecture with their own personality.
Now here I was thinking, oh, maybe Jason Copper really was, used sarcasm in his teaching, but in his writings he was more.
Yeah, maybe we're getting a real look at one of Tsongkapa's lectures. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
cool. Wow, that's cool.
Trinzom, let's check this guy.
That seemed pretty endemic in his students to have come from nowhere.
Te kona ni sikpe sharipula sokpe kangsaki nyamshak tetak churchen.
Okay, good. Let's do that piece.
Consider the meditative wisdom or the meditative state, the meditation that was realizing emptiness of people like Shariputra when they're seeing suchness.
Yeah. Now, which turning of the wheel? In which turning of the wheel would Shariputra be a person who had reached Arhat, for example?
Second turning of the wheel.
First also.
Oh yeah, the
I
first
think
one. You're gonna go. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So don't forget who the opponent is. The opponent is the Abhidharma guys or something. People who
Right.
say they're okay. So let's take our friend Shariputra, who was in meditation on emptiness. Okay, keep going. And Chintom, please keep going.
Okay,
Kyo ki ngor rangshin mepatang tendra minga wartel.
Hell?
Going up would say he believes it. Going down would say he's being sarcastic. Which way are you gonna go?
Let me
you
look.
can go anywhere.
I did not. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, but you're supposed to.
Yeah. He didn't see a contradiction between dependence and no self nature. So he'd be going up. He believes.
Right. Yay, 50% chance of correctness, and you hit it lucky. Okay.
I read it.
Showed his
Can you
work.
read it like that?
I translated it out loud.
Yeah.
Kirki Ngor means to Shariputra's Ngor. What's that mean?
To his perception,
Good. To his perceptions, what?
the absence of self nature and dependent origination are not contradictory. Oh, I just scared the bejesus out of Jaru.
Oh, poor Jaru. Well, he's got to get used to it. It's like being a hunter.
Oh.
No, to live in a house with a great debater is like you got to get used to the sound of the gun. Okay, Venerable Kade, you are checking Mr. Nick.
Yeah.
Teni matope chime, or maybe chipe. Yulma yimpatang. Tarnzin ki le mikpa mepe. Kien tendra rangshin ki tong par ngunsum ki tok pa yimpe chir.
Yeah, this whole sentence is messed up. That's why I wrote you for, and my
Oh, you're in
gosh.
Spanish. Look at the bottom of your screen.
Oy,
Well,
oy.
how do I stop that?
I don't know. Your computer wants to change languages every few minutes.
I guess I
Up
could
to
do
the
it.
top. Up to the
You,
top.
you have to select
Oh.
all. Select all.
Yeah, select all first.
You might
Oh,
have to cancel and then select all.
Escape,
Can't-
escape.
Yeah.
then select all.
No.
Go back in the text
Cancel
and Apple A.
Close this dialog box.
Cancel
Just-
first.
How about English US?
Cancel.
Yeah, you're
first.
gonna do that, but first you're
Let's
gonna need
see.
to select the whole
It
document.
says mark selected text. So if you haven't selected any text, it's not going to do
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry. Okay, you want me to do this? Oh.
Yeah, cancel first.
Apple A,
Yay.
Yeah, now we're talking.
and then go back into
Even at-
English US or
Yes.
Africa.
Yeah. And at the very, very top. And then click that little checkbox there. Do not check spelling or grammar. Yay.
I
Okay.
want it.
Because it has
Okay.
all those red underlines and it's kind of annoying.
Okay.
As it thinks it's reading Spanish.
All right,
Yay.
but I still have this question mark. Let's see.
Yay.
Yay.
Those do make it more fun. The upside down question mark.
Okay, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I guess it's because of our translators are so.
I think it may be a setting, a more pervasive setting, either with Mac or with Word.
I blame
Yeah.
Word.
So Nick,
Usually works.
this I'm gonna help you a little bit. Cure is
Yeah.
not a yule. Cure is not a yule for a chiba who hasn't topa deni. Now translate.
Okay. It is not an object for a social kyewo, for someone who hasn't seen emptiness, for realizing empty suchness.
Who is not realizing?
Who is not realizing suchness? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So in this case, kya, it, right?
I take it to be that combination of
Yeah, the things that are not contradictory.
dependent origination flavored with the ice cream sauce of no self-nature.
Oh, nice.
Now I have to have ice cream after class. Yes.
Yeah. Uh, this is all messed up. Okay, I refuse to translate it.
Me too.
That'll show him.
Mhm.
It has something to do with I don't know. People who haven't seen emptiness directly will never get the idea that the real way to appreciate it in the dependent origination is to see that it doesn't have any self-existence, self-starting or stopping. Okay, but the wording is messed up. There's
Okay.
something wrong. Yeah, I don't even want to try. Okay, Datao.
I'll re-input it from I'll re-input that section myself from one of the other scans, and we'll see.
Yeah, and maybe it's correct, and maybe we have to be innovative with it, but I don't think so.
Okay, we'll try it on our own.
Okay, so Venerable Kading got gypped out of checking you, so here we go again.
Tell. Yipatam.
Wait. That's that sneaky middle tell.
Oh, I wasn't thinking. Yeah, okay. Hold on a minute.
He
Tell.
basically just said that people who didn't see emptiness don't see the real nature of dependent origination as being without any nature of starting and stopping.
Right. So I was going up. Tell.
Right. Yeah, Datao.
Yipadang, mepatang, teni ki uki kangla yang minepar ngupo tak rang shin ki tang par tokpe cheer.
Cool. That's a fancy sentence.
And there's something very unique about this sentence. In fact, I'll give $100 if someone can tell me what's really unique about this sentence. I believe, unless I'm mistaken.
Niki ukita. He says the extreme of staying in between the two.
Yeah, good.
Of
good.
thinking that things exist or don't exist.
That's Amelie Scholarship Fund $100 answer. Okay.
Amelie thanks you. She's getting a tricycle out of this term.
Because you see what's happening is he's saying that you could actually stay in the middle of the two extremes, and that would be an extreme.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that before, actually, which makes me want to make sure I glossed it right. Okay.
Again, we did see something like that in his commentary to the 60 verses.
Okay.
I'll find
I don't remember when we started. I know we were on a bus in Taiwan or something, but
no, it wasn't. It was more recent, but yeah, it was. I'll show you. And maybe I'm misremembering, but
It might have be related to staying.
yeah, maybe.
yeah. Okay. So
Stay
anyway,
anywhere.
he has tokpa that ong arang shingi tomba. What's that say?
He has realized that all functioning things are empty of any self nature or of any kind of self nature of their own.
Why do you think he's limiting himself to functioning things?
Because he's talking to people of the Hannah.
That's close, but what's the main topic he's been on right now?
Starting and stopping.
Yeah, exactly. And dependent origination, which is always talking about changing things.
Yeah.
We're talking about triggers, okay? And he says, I don't want you to stay in what?
The extreme, those two extremes.
Or
don't stay what you got. Ukita Kangla Yang Minepar Ngopo Tadak.
I don't want you to stay in what extremes? Give me the extremes again.
The extreme of thinking that things start and stop from their own side, or that they don't start or stop at all,
Or that.
or in between those.
Good, yeah. What
Or
would be
those
in
three.
between?
Oh,
Just in theoretically, what would be, it must be sexy. What would be between saying everything is as it seems, or saying if it's not as it seems, it doesn't exist at all? What would be in between that? I'm just curious.
Profound middle way.
Yeah, tender.
No, he's saying there's a way to look at between them as wrong.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of interesting. I guess that things exist independence from their own side. That somehow
Yeah.
dependence has a nature of its own.
That's
Yeah, maybe that. Okay. Or maybe 50-50 as it seems, and 50% don't exist at all. Something like that.
Oh, huh.
Whoa. Huh. That's
Half
kind
and
of,
half.
a little bit. Can you be a little bit nihilist, or is it all or nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
All
there's some school that says if you're a little bit nihilist, you're all nihilist.
That's what
Yeah.
it's bringing me to the Big Lebowski.
Okay, on to the second part.
All right. Nipala me tak ngok pe rikpa shesin jempala jorwa. Yitak ngok pe rikpa nyampar dampao. Nipala. As for the second part, because
Yeah.
before we were just talking about Yita. So reasoning that refutes the idea that nothing exists at all
Good. Okay.
has been explained.
I'm sorry. It's already been explained, but I want you to Demba about it.
I want you to remember.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remind you, Demba la Jorwa. I'm gonna glue you to a memory of it. I'm gonna review it for you. Okay, and then
It's the same. I advise you that it's the same. As
don't believe the typing error.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I see now. Yeah. Go and review or go and listen to the reasoning that stops the wrong view that things exist the way they appear.
Yeah, Nyemba means to listen, and Dampa. He's
I
dumping.
advise you to listen.
Yeah, he's saying, then secondly, please do listen to my arguments in which I deny the extreme of saying everything exists the way it seems to. Okay? Yay. And that was part of, Nipala, the Nipa was part of this bolded section, which was advices to listen to the profound. Okay. So in his original outline for this book, the part 2 was that. And then part 2 has 2 parts. Okay. He's going to help you avoid meta, and he's going to help you, and he's going to advise you to avoid yuta. Okay.
Right. Kind of funny.
Okay.
All right.
The first of those 2, which treats trying to avoid the extreme of saying that nothing exists at all. Okay. Is treated in how many lines, Nick?
2.
Yeah, only 2 lines.
The 2 lines that start with Rashik.
Yeah, there you go. And he's misspelled it consistently. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's a dump. It's actually a dumpa. Okay.
Cool.
You want to read your translation, which we already did this part.
Yeah. To start with, the idea that nothing at all exists, a concept which is indeed the source of every fault, has already been disproven.
Yeah, good. Yep. Okay. This is where he said, I'm just going to remind you of what we said before, right? Up here.
Yep.
He said, I'm going to jamba la jorwa. I'm just going to remind you that we already covered this point. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, now, whether that was a previous sutra or in this book, I don't know, because in this book, we're only on the second verse. It's not like he has to remind us about something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's either Arya Nagarjuna referring to something Buddha said, right? Or something that he said.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Konare.
Christina wants to check you. She's like jumping on me. Okay, here we go.
Fine. All right. Konare. Tendra Rangshinki Mepar Mirikte.
Let's do that piece. Let's just do that piece.
Perfect.
Wait, stay there. You're not done with.
someone might say that it's incorrect to say that there is no self nature that there is no dependence that exists through some nature of its own.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
Okay. Someone says you are ridiculous when you say that dependent origination doesn't exist through any nature of its own. Okay.
Yep.
Which is our supposed third extreme.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I'm thinking, is the third extreme.
And now he's going to say why
Uh-huh.
you are wrong to think that. And his reason is, here we go. Christina's checking you.
Okay. Ngunsum lasok pe nebe chir tang. So ngunsum lasok pe nebe, because it's hurt.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
position is hurt through things like
Good.
direct perception.
Probably all the kinds of perception.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like to nowadays. I've been trying on a new pair of pants called "Drawn into Question" for the word "nupa" in logic.
Oh, that's awesome. I like it.
Yeah, that's drawn into question by our direct experience. Okay, the idea that dependent origination could have no nature of its own is drawn into question by our direct experience. What's that?
Well, Lungi Noche, Chungumpe Do, for example, Le Tenching Drelpar Jungwat Se Sumpatang, Punkam Keche Ki Rangdang Chitsen Ni Sumpe Chir Chena.
Yeah, good.
Mhm.
So, by the way, this whole thing here.
Yeah.
So his argument has his reason has two parts. You are wrong to say that dependent origination has no nature of its own, because one, that contradicts our direct senses, direct perception, and two,
Scripture.
yeah, it's contradictory or it's drawn into question by scripture. For example,
The Sutra of Abhidharma.
yeah,
The Abhidharma Sutras, maybe?
and this is a common expression, and there's a big question of what the Abhidharma Sutras are. Maybe it's the first turning of the wheel sutras, okay? The early sutras say, then
dependence. Say Sumpa 3 times.
Yeah.
Three lifetimes. Remember,
Right, that's
Sugeng's
what I was
text.
gonna say. Yeah, that a wheel takes 3 lifetimes.
Good. And then
Punkam Kiche, and then the heaps and the Punkam, the heaps, the Datu, the what do we call them? The categories and the doors of sense.
Yeah.
They exist through their own definition. Their own general chitzen.
General quality. Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own general qualities.
I think they're
they have their own specific and general qualities. Yeah. And by the way,
yeah, I didn't see that.
So like when you're talking about a vase, this thing about holding water, for example, it would be a rangtsen, and then the chitsen would be its impermanence, or the fact that it was created through causes and conditions. Or, you see what I mean? More general qualities, okay?
Of like functioning things or something.
Like the general groups that it belongs to would be chitseni. In this case, and then rangtseni would be that object which has a base, a long neck, and a base, and holds water. Yeah, okay?
Got it.
All right. Sungbichir Chen. Okay, so he says that. He says, don't tell me dependent origination doesn't have any nature of its own. First of all, we can see that when things cause other things, there's a nature. That's their nature. And also we see scriptural references to the general and more specific qualities of objects. And we even see this kind of detail that it takes 3 lifetimes to get through 12 links. And so if something's not working, I don't see how the first lifetime thing could cause the second lifetime thing, and the second lifetime thing could cause the third lifetime thing. Okay. Now I have a question for you. Why did he put Pumkam Keche out of order?
I don't know. I was wondering the same. I mean, I'm guessing that it's.
He said 5, then 18, then 12. He went back.
Well,
Nick, I think
yeah, it's-
it's just that it reads better. Okay. Pumkam Keche instead of Pumke Che Kam.
well, when you say it like that, yeah.
By the way, they
Pumke
often list it this way. It's often listed this way. Okay. All right. All right.
We're over time, boss.
Come on. One more sentence. Not going to hurt anybody. Tim is going to check.
Okay. Gumpa ludrup chechen kam dir niete dipping jinten dripching niepa kunki jungne metango pe rikpa gepar mitumpe gitsen yute.
Yeah. Let's take.
Our protector Nagarjuna.
Yeah. There's a reason why he doesn't give Rikpa Gepa here.
He doesn't give extensive reasoning to
In order
refute
Meta.
the idea that nothing exists at all.
Even though that meta is going to drip all your yuntens and is going to act as a source for all your niepas.
Even though that wrong view is going to be an obstacle to all of your good qualities and is going to make all your faults, it's going to cause all your faults, really. It's the source of all your faults.
Good.
Because it wouldn't be recognized by those who follow the listener basket. So it's the context of teaching to people who just follow the scriptural basket of the listeners.
No. He doesn't have to talk about the belief that if nothing is, he doesn't have to talk about the belief that it's wrong to think that things don't exist at all. Okay. He doesn't have to spend much time on that in this poem. Okay.
Oh.
Why? Why?
Because they wouldn't think like that anyway.
They got a big pile of that.
Say again, please.
Oh, they have a big pile of that in the Abhidharma Sutras.
Yeah, it's not like they don't have it. They already have it. So the guardian doesn't have to waste time on that one. You know, Buddha said in the first turn of the wheel, I'm not saying nothing exists. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Understand. Yeah.
Kulski.
Yeah.
Kulski.
Cool. Keshe Michael, it's the last day of the term. Thank you.
Nick, another hand for finishing his book this term. Now he's preparing dessert for you guys.
11 folds.
Hey, again.
Hey, what?
Thank you. First of all, thank you very, very much.
Hey,
And
de nada.
I forgot to give Tim the 5 minutes. Tim, I wish you reminded me. You probably wrote me and I didn't see it.
You want to go ahead? Tim? Can you go ahead?
Well, actually, can I make a different proposal? I don't know if Adam's coming today, but if he's not here, then I think it makes sense for us to take less time in his class and we can take more time doing other stuff during his class.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll chop it off the front
I'll
of.
text him.
Okay.
I'll text him just to check if he's coming, to verify whether he's coming or not. But he did write me today to say that his fever has not broken. So sadly,
Wow.
so let's all pray for Adam's good health soon.
Okay. All right.
So he can do an awesome translation of this book, which I know he will do eventually, as we tear through it.
You
All right,
are
thank you.
moving at a faster pace, if I do say so.
Well, all the nuts are speeding up. So guys, take a 5-minute break and we'll see you back here in a few. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay,
Geshe-la.
congratulations again, Nick.
Thank you, sir.
Yay.